And this is Nick Nilsson, the mad scientist of muscle, and what I've got for you today is something that is truly mad. This is what I call stretch exercise overload. Now, if you're familiar with my compound exercise overload technique, where you do 3 rep sets on 30 seconds rest, like a squat, deadlift, or bench press, or other compound exercise, this is very similar. This is the same concept, only done with stretch position exercises. Now, the reason this is so good is that I believe, and I have no scientific studies to back this up, other than pulling ideas from animal-based studies, is that this massive stretch overload, I think, can result in hyperplasia in the muscle cells, which basically means splitting of the muscle cells into 2 or more muscle cells. Now, the tension and the amount of tension required for this is pretty tremendous. So it's a very uncomfortable process, but I do believe it can happen. Now, like I said, I don't have any specific proof of this, because in order to get proof of it, you basically have to bisect your muscle and count the muscle fibers to really prove that it actually happens. So I think this training modality really comes as close as you can get to actual hyperplasia, if not actually getting hyperplasia. I should clarify that. So essentially what you're going to do is, the demo I'm going to show you is for arm training. I'm going to be going back and forth between incline dumbbell curls and bodyweight tricep extensions. Now, the incline dumbbell curls are going to be done over the end of the bench, and basically that is a massive stretch on the biceps. They're stretched back behind your body and then coming up. Now, on each rep, you're going to hold for at least 2 to 3 seconds at the bottom, really getting as much stretch as possible on every single rep. Now, when you go to the bodyweight tricep extensions, that's basically an overhead extension done with your body weight. This is the maximum anatomical position of stretch for the triceps. So going back and forth between these 2 exercises, you're going to have 10 seconds rest in between. Now, as you'll see in the video when I'm demonstrating this, the 10 seconds goes by really fast. Basically, that 10 seconds is taken up by me moving from one exercise back over to the other exercise. So there's really not much rest involved. If you're doing an exercise like dumbbell flies, for example, you'd go with either like 20 or 30 seconds rest, so you get a little bit more time in between, so you could actually keep that intensity level up. When you're going back and forth between arms, biceps, and triceps, you get a little contralateral ab muscle activation, so that it's possible to actually maintain your strength a bit better. So without any more talking, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. This is a great technique, and like I said, it's not unpainful, but I think it's about as close as you can get to actual hyperplasia in humans. exercise overload. Now, you would do this for 40 minutes straight. So this is 10 seconds rest, 40 minutes straight. You're going to be taking a weight on the first set that you can get at least 6 reps with. And then you're going to just do 3 reps with it. And you're going to keep on doing those 3 rep sets until you can't get those 3 reps anymore. Then you're going to reduce the weight. In my case, I started with a pair of 35-pound dumbbells. And like I said, you don't want to go heavy on this. 35s, down to 30s, down to 25s, and I managed to stay in there for the rest of the time period. With a bodyweight exercise like that, I was gradually moving my feet in a little bit closer and closer. Now, like I said, 40 minutes of this straight, and you're really going to be feeling it. This is really a massive amount of volume and a lot of time to be spent in a stretch position, which I think is really the key to achieving hyperplasia in people. So definitely give this one a try if you're a glutton for punishment and you really want to see what your pain threshold is, because this one will really push you. It's tough training, but I think it's very effective, and even if you don't get hyperplasia, you're really going to get a lot out of it because of the amount of time spent in the stretch position on each exercise.